Conversations with Craig and Kobie.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Craig.
And I am Kobie, Kobie the Wiz.
And we are here.
Yeah, it's the beginning. This is the
It's
first
the beginning,
one.
man.
Yeah, this is the introduction.
This is the introduction.
This is the first one.
So, Kobie, I think it's important for people to know, like, how this happened.
Right. So this is the introduction to the Craig and Kobie podcast YouTube channel. And so we just want to give you guys an introduction piece about how this show is going to go. We know everybody has their podcast, they have the different ways.
Right.
So we wanted ours to really be authentic and really help people to see like what happens in a conversation and the magic that happens in the conversation, and not to hold you all too long. And so, ours is different. So we normally don't scale out anything.
Right.
We have a topic.
Nothing scale.
Right. We
Nothing.
have nothing. Right. We
Like,
have a
no
topic.
agenda.
We have a topic and we have a timer.
That's right.
And so this introductory piece is going to be like 15 minutes.
Yep.
And so we're going to give you guys a 15-minute introduction
Yep.
about how we are. And the timer starts now.
Holding ourselves accountable for you guys. So,
Exactly.
Kobie,
Okay.
so we met. It had to have been January 2011.
2011.
It was at King Day at the Dome downtown.
Right.
And you were with your then girlfriend.
She was my
Ashley.
girlfriend. Yeah, she was she fiance yet?
Don't get into it, but we'll come back to that.
Yeah,
Don't
I don't
worry
know.
about that.
She was,
But y'all
we
were
was
together.
That's the
Y'all were
important
together.
thing. That's the
And
important thing.
so we met, and probably over the next few years,
Yeah.
when we talked, it was very purposeful conversation, right?
Absolutely.
But we didn't talk a lot.
Nah, we never got deep. I called you every now and then, and I'll see you at the State House or at a bro event, something like that, and we chop it up a little bit, but
Right.
it wasn't like a constant, continuous connection. You know what I mean? We could have gone 6 months, 8 months, and not even talk to each other.
Right.
For sure.
Right. And so what happened, guys, was something that, I think only God could have orchestrated.
Facts.
And so
August.
So give you some background, once a week, we were during the pandemic when it started.
Mm-hmm.
We were on a call every Monday with Ron Harvey and Mike Perry. Phenomenal leadership call.
Absolutely.
And
shout out to Ron.
Shout out to Ron and Mike
for sure.
and their families for everything that they've done for us leadership wise.
Mm.
But it was crazy. So that Monday, you were like, can we talk after the call?
Right. So I had an experience that happened over the weekend. So I woke up on Saturday and was given an assignment. And you were saying something on the call, and I was like, I need to reach out to Craig. Like I need to holler at him. Like, and so I let you know. I was like, hey, bro, like, I sent you a little private message on Zoom, like, bro, can I holler at you after this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you were like, hey, sure, no problem. Just hit me up. And so, after it, I hit you up and I was like, bruh, I got to write this book. You know what I'm saying? And you were like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like, that's what's up. So tell me about it. I was like, nah, bro, you don't understand. Like, I got to write this book in 7 days.
Right.
And I got to be done by Friday. And today's Monday. And I ain't got much.
Yeah. It was like day 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was day 3. It was,
and you didn't have anything.
I didn't have nothing.
But what's crazy about that, Kobie, is I didn't realize the journey we were about to take.
Right.
Because like we previously said, every conversation we had was, hey, what's going on? We see each other, always friendly. Always ran into Ashley at the State House and different things. And so I actually saw Ashley more than I saw you.
For sure.
Since 2011. But, we have really gotten close in this project that God downloaded in you. I ended up being like this support system for you for that week, and motivating you or doing whatever you needed me to do, read things or be in the listening ear or whatever. And so I think we didn't realize what was happening.
Nah.
And by the way, guys, he finished the assignment.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Shout out. Shout out to yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Learning happens through conversation.
What was it? 11:58
Yeah, 11:59. Yeah. It was like right at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to finish that thing by midnight. So go get the book. Learning Happens Through Conversations. The 5 leadership lessons for masterful living. It's available on Amazon. And I mean, at some point we'll have to do a session all about that because short story part that the book was launched before I was ready for it to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it was released beforehand. But when I said I had to have a book done in 7 days, y'all, like not like finished writing. Like I had to have the cover done, ISBN. God was like, have it ready to be sold.
Right.
On day 8. Done. Yeah. So everything was finished on day 8. Edited, like all of that. So so we released it and it ended up being, it came out before when we loaded it into Amazon. It launched before I was ready. But it ended up being a #1 new release for the first 3 days it was out in the 90-minute short story. So that was like super confirmation. Like, you know what, you did what you're supposed to. And I didn't tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that was the other part. So
and I think for us, we knew something was happening. Some type of synergy began to happen. Because even once the book was done, you did some of the promo for the book.
I did. So
we started talking more frequently. Like we would call each other, hey man, I just had this thought or I just had this idea. And we would talk for like 45 minutes an hour. And, you know, we just didn't know what was happening. We just let it happen.
Right.
And so this podcast came about stemming from that experience, I believe. You know, the conversational
piece.
Launch.
So when we did the launch, I did this piece, which was like a conversation with Craig King.
That's right.
It was a conversation with Craig King and just talking about the process. And when we did that recording, it was just so natural. It was at the end of it, I was like, bro, there's more here.
There's more.
Like there's more here. Like there's something here that we need to tap into, that we need to expand. I didn't know what it was going to look like. But as we thought about it, as we talked about it, this is what came up, you know what I mean? So,
and so what we both have realized is that the power of conversations,
so
they're so critical because you don't know the power of a conversation until you have it.
Right? And what's on the other side, right? So so when we start talking about the book, and when I went to meet with the guy in the book, I didn't know. I had an idea, right?
Yeah.
I had a topic and I had a time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like, I got a couple hours to spend with you. You know what I mean? And you know, you're trying to get to this point where you make, you know, $10,000 or $15,000 a month. And so I didn't know what was going to come about in that conversation. And so this whole podcast, this whole YouTube channel was done purposely, right? So to help to show people like what can happen in a conversation, like the magic of it, like where a conversation can go, like the authenticity of it. So, which is why it's like, we're preparing, but we're not preparing. Like I'm thinking about it, what we're going to talk about. We got a topic, we know we got a time, like even with this introduction piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, which I don't know, you know, what you're about to find out right now. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Doing this introduction is that we were getting ready to go straight into like the recordings. And we was like, wait a minute, we should probably do an introduction piece. Like, that just gives people a foundation of how this thing came about. So, which is the power, right? We didn't know what it was going to be, but we knew we needed to set a foundation for people to build on, to understand, like, how did these two get together?
Yeah, because, you know, I don't think people have ever associated us together. We've never really done any projects together.
At all.
So this is brand new territory for us, you know, helping you with the book. That was our first really project together.
Right. But
and me, I didn't see it in an official capacity. I just felt like you needed that support. And sometimes you just have to be able to lend that to your friends. And so the most powerful part of that is, going back to that sermon we both listened to with TD Jakes.
Yes.
Learning not to go at things alone. It's all in your partnerships.
Yeah,
and your
power and partnership. Shout out to TD Jakes.
Shout out to TD Jakes for that powerful sermon. And we realized we're both comfortable enough where it wasn't like a competition. It's just like, dude, you need some help.
Right.
And likewise, there were so many things, and I want to jump ahead to our future podcast, but there were things that I needed that nudge. And Kobie, for me, you have provided that for me. And so I am so excited about this podcast. I am so excited about people having the conversations. Just picking up the phone sometimes. And usually this is done at the end, but I'm gonna jump right into it because we don't have a script.
Right.
Like shout out to Shante Darby.
Yes.
Kingdom Culture.
Favored.
We are favored, man. And we'll tell you about the t-shirts in a little bit. But
the favor, the Power Connections.
The Power Connections. I picked up the phone, called Shante, and I've known Shante since he was in high school. My mom, shout out to Paulette King. My mom taught Shante years ago at C. Murray High School. And, just realizing you have the power to accomplish your dreams if you just have the conversation.
Right.
And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you don't do it because you don't know what's going to be on the other end of it, like you said, but we still have to be bold and courageous enough to have the conversation. So I'm glad I picked up the phone and we're here now. So if you have any video, audio needs, contact Kingdom
Culture
at the information below.
Yeah, we're sure it's down here.
Right there. It's right there.
It's not there right now, but he's magical. So
he is.
It's here. It'll be here. You know what I mean? But I think that other piece too, right? So talking about how people's talents that you may not even be fully aware of.
Right.
They've been doing working on their skills, working on their talents, how their skill talents will help benefit your skills and talents.
Speak on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So other people's preparation is connected and tied to your purpose. And you don't even know it. I know, right?
I told Shante I wasn't going to jump up with this mic on.
Right.
I told him, man, I got to stay still. I'm a third grade teacher by trade.
Listen.
I'm on my feet, Kobie, all the time, but I'm not going to jump up and run.
So the magic of that, right?
Yeah.
Is that he's just doing what's in him to do, right? And we're doing what's in us to do. But along our paths, what he's been doing and preparing for adds value to the purpose that's in us. And like, that's the magic of all of this in conversation and the stuff that we're going to be talking about, on this, podcast and YouTube channel. We got 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in this introduction.
Yeah.
And so it's important for us, like, it don't take long. Like, that's the other thing. Like, you listen to people and they like, their stuff is like 2 hours and not saying like everybody's got their lane, you know what I mean? But I wanted an opportunity to show people that listening intently, being really present in the conversation, what you can learn about people.
Right.
And like, although we know each other, like, I'm excited about what we're going to learn
about each other
through this podcast.
Yeah.
And so like, that's going to be some magic that's going to unfold because like I said, this is the real power in this thing is like, bro, like, and I want y'all to know, like, we really don't have like a script, not because we don't want to prepare y'all. Like, that's not it. We firm believer there's power in preparation, but because there's magic in letting a conversation go where it needs to go in that time and at that moment.
Absolutely.
And so, but also being accountable to time, you know what I mean, and understanding that time is important. Like, you can get more money. You hear that thing says time is money. And when I speak to schools and organizations, I always say, but it's not, right? Time is more important than money. You can get some more money, but you can't get no more time. You know what I mean? So, but it's two things you never let people waste, right? You never let them waste your money, and you never let them waste.
Right. So we want to make sure that, like Kobie said, we are respectful for your time. Those that are listening on the podcast or on our YouTube channel, we want to make sure that we're respectful of that. But we also want to make sure that this is a very organic experience and that things that come up, we're going to learn about each other.
Yeah.
And hopefully, what we talk about, you're going to learn about each other and the people in your circle and your family, and you're going to have those conversations.
Right.
Like, you're going to have those conversations that you've been putting off or the conversations that you need to have. And so make sure you check us out on our website.
Absolutely. CraigandKobie.com. And if you would like to actually sponsor an episode, email us at
CraigandKobie@gmail.com.
Yeah, it'd be like here somewhere, down there somewhere, you know what I mean?
So at the end of each episode, we always want to shout out what we're wearing. If we're wearing somebody that we know or whatever.
Yeah, because we understand that, the original thought of this would be a podcast, but we're visual folks. So, we might do it at the beginning. But we might do it at the beginning. But so what we're wearing, I have on a favorite shirt.
Both of us.
I have on some black jogging pants and some J's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I got on my DeWiz hat.
Yeah.
So we might start doing that at the beginning. That way people, as they listen, can get a picture.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll make it work.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So let me start off by saying this. I won't be wearing any hats because I have a big head. And additionally, I have this hair that grew during quarantine. I didn't know I could grow hair, y'all. Not like this. But anyway, I'm wearing a favorite shirt. Shout out to Keona Nicole of Dope Christian Tees. She is a phenomenal entrepreneur here in the Columbia area. So make sure you visit her site, blow up her site, and go get you some merch. We are just so happy to have this podcast and to feature some people. And again, if you want to serve as a sponsor, shout us out at CraigandKobie@gmail.com.
Yep.
And so we would love to have you. Kobie, anything else before we get out of here?
That's our time. I am L. Kobie the Wiz.
And I am Craig King. And this is
Conversations with
Craig and Kobie.
Conversations with Craig and Kobie.